this should be the last part of the quiet moments, as well as this last quest. I don't want to waste any time. I've already made my way here. We're just gonna do this quiet moment immediately. Get out of the way because I want to get through them quickly, just so we have time to do, you know, this other quiet moment, this one here, as well as the quest. So let's do. Oh, these are the wrong characters. Wow, I thought this was between Melia and Shulk. Turns out it's not at all. It's Melia and Kino in the at nighttime. Kino in the doldrums. Doldrums. Anyway, let's just see it.
Oh, such very depressed.
What is it, Kino? Has something happened?
Miss Melly.
Why the sighing? It's unlike the bright, bubbly Kino I know.
What? Kino not allowed to be moody? Is sensitive, especially at age of now.
I see. Then I hope you'll forgive me. So something worrying you? Anything you care to discuss with me?
Doubt if can help. But maybe Miss Melly have some advice.
Oh, very well. In that case, I'm all ears.
Kino follow Miss Melly and Shaw calls Skulky like to come with.
Yes, quite.
But at start, Kino never think Kino come to such very far away place. That why, when Kino leave, Kino not say bye-byes to Mama Pom. If Kino come back now, there's sure to be heck to pay. And Mama Pon angry, monster look like Chewy Toy. Just thought of remember makes Moo go plunge.
Did Oka really have such force of character? But don't fret. It's only because she worries about you. That intensity is nothing but a sign that you are loved dearly, Kino.
Miss Melly sure.
Yes. I'd say she only scolds you because she cares.
Mama Pon get angry because love. Kino not really understand.
Look at it this way. Kino, you are her beloved son. If you were hurt, Oka would be sad, would she not? Therefore, when she scolds you, it's to try and ensure that you don't put yourself in harm's way. So, do not think it cruelty.
Kino no. Everything resolved if Miss Melly just tells Mama Pon to tone down harsh when angry at Kino. If do that, even Mama Pon may become a bit gentle upon.
No, that I cannot do.
Mama, why no?
You really need me to explain. Isn't it the mark of a hero pon to take responsibility for their own actions? At least I believe Ricky did, to an extent. If you wanted to come with us, you should have asked Ricky and Oka's permission to begin with. Don't you think that's what a hero pon ought to do?
Mama!
You'll find as you go through life, similar situations may reoccur. If they do, and if you act the way you did this time, nobody will acknowledge you as a true hero pon.
Miss Melly's so stern. Kino admit defeat. Sneaking on the boat was naughty behavior.
Kino, once you realize you have done wrong, you must reflect on it and rectify it as soon as you can. If you let the chance slip you by, you may not get another.
Kino got it, Miss Melly. From now, Kino promised to never follow friends or sneaky skulky again. We'll follow friends proudly.
Oh. It seems I didn't explain properly after all. What you did wrong was to cause Oka undue concern. So you'll have to accept your punishment, put time into self-reflection, and next time, simply do better. That is the behavior that will let you grow on your path as a mighty hero.
Understood. Kino promise.
I wonder if he really understood.
I love Melia's simply do better. Thank you, Melia. Great words for Kino. You know, basically a literal child. Just simply do better. Do better, Kino. Oh boy, anyway. In the quarry, there is a quiet moment here between Shulk and Nene. Okay, we can do that. Let's see here. Quiet moment. Strength in unity. Let's get it over with.
Why Mr. Shulk stopped so sudden?
I was just thinking about the cave near Colony 9. Do you know it, Nene? It's called Tephra Cave.
Nene no place. Nene tag along once with group of hum-hum. Went to fetch ether cylinders.
I've done that too sometimes. Went with Ryan a couple of times.
Mama! Hooray for twinsies! Nene went there during rebuilding effort.
So you did your part to help Nene. Thanks for that.
It not thing that need thanks per se. Just doing civic duty. Must stay friends and work together. With all peoples that live in world.
That's right.
But folk here have lot of angry scuffles. Fight between neighbors bad. Should watch Nene and Kino. Learn to everyone play nice.
Well, I wouldn't say the people here are enemies exactly. They just don't know how to work out their feelings.
That just fancy way of saying fighting?
It's not exactly like fighting. Both sides do understand each other, but their paths took them in different directions.
What Mr. Shulk mean?
If the two sides had simply hated each other, they wouldn't just leave. They'd try to drive the other side out by force. But that's not what they did. They still have common ground to stand on. And Melly is here now. They just need some time to mull things over.
Mr. Shulk is very kind person. Very different from Mama Pon. When Nene and Kino get into bad fight, Mama Pon spank first, then ask questions. Nene and Kino always in tears, but always say sorries and make up with hug. End of end, friendship become much stronger. Being friends mean a whole lot more fun, and more fun is more good. Also, everyone in Colony 9 was friends from start.
Well, that's because everyone there was working to help rebuild. We all share the same dream.
But dreams of people here all really all that different from each other.
For now, I guess. But Melly is doing the best she can, and we need to as well.
Nene understand. Nene will wait until Miss Melia make dreams of everyone mushed together as one. But if dream of Miss Melia not go through to everyone, in that case, Nene will give vicious spankings, and no one's spared, even not Mr. Shulk.
What? Me as well? Just promise to be gentle.
And there we go. A nice and short one. Kind of ties into that previous quiet moment, which I think is nice. It actually worked out quite well. But I do believe that is all of the quiet moments. I'm not sure if there's any in Alchemoth. I don't think so. So, I'm pretty sure we should, keyword should, I'm not gonna hold myself to this because I might have screwed this up. It's possible. But we should be able to go back down here and view this quiet moment that we could not before. Yes, now we can. It is another Melia and Tyrea heart-to-heart, quiet moment. They're the same thing, except without dialogue options. We'll set it to 1600, and we will view Light and Shadow, which I do believe is maybe the final quiet moment in the game. Let's get to it.
Tyrea, do you perchance remember the day that we two first met?
I was wondering what you'd come out with. You finally decided to settle some past grudges, have you?
Not at all. I just found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle. If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Tyrea, about what I said to you before,
Yes,
are your doubts allayed?
perhaps. Not all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Tell me then.
Melia, you are the last High Entier of Imperial blood.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other. You are the light, Melia. You must lead us. Gather our people under your banner. I don't think I ought to be there for that.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to say such a thing?
The fact is, I was an Inquisitor of the Bionite Order, my very existence prescribed by law. You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Tyrea,
Understand, I regret none of the deeds I did for you, Mayor. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape. All I'd do is cast a deep shadow on your radiance. As the Imperial line rises to greet a new age, I would contribute nothing. I'd be a hindrance.
how can you hate your own self that much? If that is the answer you wish to give me, then it would be wrong for me to speak out against it. But I will say this, Tyrea. Imperial blood yet runs in your veins too, as does the mixed blood of Ahoms. We are no different. How could we be?
At this point, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
You're wrong.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future? Is this what your mother would have wanted?
How dare you? You didn't know, you Mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Mimir! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Nene, what are you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky-like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, Sister-Pon fight is counterproductive.
What?
It's better to hug and make up blinkety-snap. If not, Mama Pon, roll up sleeves, then everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning. We are not.
Incidentally, Nene is older Sister-Pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama Pon's scared into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude. Ugh, just thinking about make old scars and Nene itchy. But anyway, bottom line is fighting is bad. So, now is when pleased to hug and make up. Go on, say, sorry, Sister-Pon.
What is this thing going on about?
Mother, huh? If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
Not it! Nene's nothing! Nene is Nene!
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her. So I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind. Even at the very end.
Yamea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line. And also, how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate. Her spirit contained no falsehood.
I see.
Due to the loftiness of her faith, Yamea could be very severe towards both me and herself. I'm sure if she could see me now... Attending at Yamea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yamea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yamea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be? Would Yamea really? Would Mother simply allow this?
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Melia, if Yamea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yamea's loyal retainer. Let me be me then. The Empress is your shadow, and I'll do what's in my power.
So then, you will not change your ways, but still walk alongside me. Is that correct?
Yamea, Mother, kept me by her side for that purpose. She already showed me the road that I should take. I think I'd like to repay her by putting her will into action. For her, and for the future of the High Entia.
I see. So that's the answer you have chosen. I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good. If you got blinded by pretty ideals and came to ruin, I could never face my mother.
No, I'd never be so...
Let's face it, you'll need someone to rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right. But in that case, I must make a pronouncement too. I, Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire. Act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Miss Tyrea, Nene very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major sister bomb vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know, I've nothing to apologize for.
Ma'am? But, Miss Tyrea, just did proper big bow to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
Ma'am? But bow had plenty sorry feel. It's just like when Dadapon make apologizes to Mamapon.
Whatever. I'm too old for this.
The future is within our grasp, sister mine.
And there we are. As it turns out, there actually is one more quiet moment. It's in Alchemoth, but we are going to be skipping it until the last part. Instead, to finish out this part, we are going to do this quest, the Fallen. We have to head all the way to the back of Companion's Cape, where clearly someone is waiting for us. I'm gonna keep the time as is, actually. And indeed, there is someone waiting here for us. Gilgar. I've been expecting. I was quite certain you would respond to my invitation, and here you are. You feel too pleased with yourself? I said I would spare you, but the offer was only good for one transgression. That right, Creepy Birdman ought to know when to quit. This time we smacked Creepy Birdman so hard he'd go up in puff of feathers. I may regret asking this, but what is your goal here? I doubt you would have gone to all this trouble to stage a tiered reconciliation. You are not fit to run this new age. I beg your pardon. Though holy commingled blood runs in your veins, complicity with the purebloods marks you as not, but a filthy traitor. But not me. I will overthrow the pureblood and the accursed past alongside it. I am the one suited to rule the Hyantia. All this time you're still clinging to your delusions. I'm not reading this laugh. I will say it as many times as it will take. I will rule this brave new world. My commingled blood will be paramount. And you will be dirt beneath my soles. More than anything, I find you pitiable. Melia, don't underestimate him. I know. Very well. Let us end it.
I will take dominion
So
over
we
all.
have one last match here against Gilgar. He is a pretty tough opponent. I'm not going to pretend like this is going to be easy. In fact, there is a very good likelihood that I just straight up lose. Because he is pretty tough. As you can see, I am only level 76. Or I am only level 73, and he is level 76. This is certainly not going to be easy. We are going to give it our best shot, though. And hopefully, defeat Gilgar. Gilgar has a whole bunch of sort of elemental attacks. You saw there he did Flame Slash and Bolt Sweep. He does a whole variety of different like elemental attacks that all sort of back effects. He also has the ability to inflict. He also has the ability to inflict. Wow, that is really that is. Wow, that was kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. Okay. He has the ability to give himself haste as well, which is really bad. I really hope I didn't. Yeah, you can see there that he can also heal himself. He's pretty tough. He is pretty tough. Axel Wind there is his thing to give him haste, which is pretty dangerous. We're really relying on Kino here to keep us alive. We also do not want to be in the way of his Bolt Sweep. That is an attack that I believe is a fan in front of him. Really do not want to get hit by that. We can avoid it. bad. I could have brought Shulk into this fight. He would have been very helpful. Mono armor is obviously great, but I didn't want to... I just felt like this was a more fitting fight for Melia to be a part of than so that's why I brought it. But I think we are holding our own here. And with these last two elemental bolts, we should be able to take him down. Just barely. He's down. Why? Why? Truth. Justice is on my side. The mingled blood was destined to rule. You need to break free from the past. How dare you? You are so possessed by the matter of bloodlines that you use them as the sole determinant of good and evil, just like those purebloods whom you purport to despise once did. No, you're wrong. I'm not. I didn't. I am nothing like them. Gelgar, my countryman though you may be, your deeds in this land cannot be forgiven. You presume to judge me, child. Furthermore, you merit punishment, and yet do not feel fit to mete it out. Where is this going? The pain you suffered for your mixed blood may be past, but the responsibility for it lay in part with the imperial family. I feel that you should be afforded some consideration and recognition of that fact. It is all over, Gelgar. Mend your ways and seek a new path of life while you still have a life to live. Damn it. I'm not reading his laughs. What? Gelgar! That wretch. Was this always the end he was destined to meet? Or was it the only end he imagined remaining open to him? Well, yeah, it wasn't your fault. Let us away, friends. Our work is still far from over. Yeah, need everyone together to defeat Nasty King of Fog. You're right. That indeed is the end of Gelgar, and to my knowledge, the end of the quests. There is one other quest you can see here. I'm not going to be doing this quest just because it kind of requires you to be pretty high leveled. As you can see, recommended level 78, so we're not really in a position to take that on. Instead, in the next and hopefully final episode, I was about to say, final part, we will defeat the Fog King.